Okay, let's start. So, here we are again. So, I've seen the video, the live stream I did last time for the semi-final game. Judoka Xiji went quite well. There were quite a few people watching it. Um, and a few people told me that the commentary was interesting to follow. So, I thought I would do the same thing for the other semi-final, the right bracket, HappyKiwi against Aenorman. But I missed the last two games, actually the first two games of the match. The matches are played over 6 games. So what I should do, I just thought I will do a commentary as if I was watching it at the same time. So I didn't really review the game yet. Um, I know the result, but I don't know how the game actually went. So I'm just sitting basically for the first time with you, and I'll do a commentary as I go along. What do you think? Um, Anorman is a very strong player from USA. I think it's his first time in the semi-final, even in the quarterfinal maybe. He played a bit on and off in the last years. Um, so I don't even remember. I think last year he didn't even play in World Cup, but he's pretty strong and he seems very much in shape this year. HappyKiwi is our representative of Europe from Sweden. He beat me in the quarterfinal. The videos about our match will come out at some point. I need to do some more analysis because they mostly very long games where he squeezed me in the in the end game, and I actually want to ask him as well if he can give me a bit more insight about the end game because he's a master in that. So yeah, let's start. This was the background. Game 1. So, Aenorman plays a ladybug. Let's zoom in a bit as well. Okay, queen immediately here. It's more common to wait using mosquito or an ant, but you might have some idea in mind. Okay, this is the idea. So the Fu Manchu setup is a bit sensitive to early spiders. We have seen something similar in the game with Judoka, but what Judoka was playing black against Xiji. Um, but it's a similar idea, sort of. So now if black plays the queen here, then it will be pinned straight away, and if it plays it here, it will be the spider will pin the mosquito. So actually the game went on like this with the pillbug, a sort of block basically, and black still has the option of playing classical Z opening, placing the queen here. Or also you can go for a buffer, a C buffer. We'll see what happened in the game. So after this move, which is, I mean, it's not forced actually, but it seems sensible. This definitely takes away this option, right? It controls this pawn point, so black cannot play this buffer opening, but he has to go for a Z, or okay, he goes actually for another buffer, the buffer Z. Interesting. The only thing I see that I don't like too much in this setup is the position of the pillbug. So with the queen here, the pillbug in this position is still a proximity pillbug, right? So it controls two kill spots. And I played a few games with the pillbug here, and I kind of like this setup, but I don't think it's very common. Here, you keep the flexibility of the buffer, so you have this extra spawn point here that will be used to spawn probably an ant. So you have two ants here available. But a pillbug is not a proximity pillbug. Is I don't know what to call it. As a one point jump pillbug, which is a bit less effective. But anyway, um, because it controls only one kill spot rather than two. Also, White has to think about this spider here because if it doesn't anchor it there, then the pillbug will move the spider in here, for example, in the flank. These are the two flanks. We'll see. So okay, yeah, white has decided to anchor the spider here with a hopper, which is a bit unusual. But the point probably is, if you anchor it with a more valuable piece, then you'd have to decide what to do with it. Another option would have been to anchor it with a beetle, I think. But now you're basically forced to go on top of the hive with a beetle, if you don't want the beetle to get pinned, and basically this beetle will become a sacrifice, so you have to go here. And now I'm not sure what would, I mean, black could go for a counter attack actually, and the rationale is that the white beetle is really far from the black queen, so tempo wise I think black is ahead. White doesn't have any ant in play, so something like this is possible. If white anchored the spider with an ant, I think the point is that now this ant is sort of blocked as an anchor, which maybe is okay, but so if white moves the ant, then black has again this trick, which again I'm not sure 100% because it fills the elbow. So right, this ladybug can jump out, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen. But the point is that the spider is just next to the queen, which is a very bad place. Let's assume this happened. No, maybe not this, but maybe something like this. And then black has an anchor point for a beetle. Anyway, well, let's move on. I think it's too much analysis for just the first few moves. We don't have time. The game is apparently pretty long. So, okay, anchor with hopper. Okay, place an ant here. I would have placed it in here actually, which is a typical, like this is a typical buffer setup. It's basically a diamond that usually you see with a queen here instead of the pillbug, but stretched. So increase the spawn points and its flexibility. But okay, let's see how this goes. You can keep this for other pieces. That's spawn point. Oh, white plays very solidly. Beetle, okay. Yeah, I think there is always the option of going on top of the ladybug. Play a bit more aggressively, I think, rather than just playing control with the ants. Let's see. I like this actually. So this idea, pillbug ant, works very well together with the hopper, because this space is basically a pocket now, right? A pseudo pocket. And so the idea is that black cannot stop the pocket here because it will create a ring, and although it's not, what is white gonna do here? Maybe this. I mean, white doesn't have a pocket anymore, but has pinned the queen. Although it's not probably a big issue either. After this, I guess going back, but it's spending so many tempo with a spider. So I'm not sure. I think he might be still okay for black. Although the end game is a bit crap. Probably black has to attack quickly. Oh, be the last ant here. Okay, so maybe after this, I'm not sure black is really okay. But anyway, there are other options. So the point is, you have to create a ring, which is probably, I mean, the proverb is rings are bad unless they're good, right? So, but it's hard to see if the ring is good here. So black didn't really, yeah, no, black didn't play this. Black played instead this. Okay, went for a bit safer option. Less chaotic. But yeah, white has got a nice pocket here for a mosquito, for example. And see here, there's a door, so the mosquito can actually get out of the door. Anyway, okay, a bit of ant game. Yeah, so that's the reason why actually I like more the ant here than the ant here, because this is a very nice compound attack in line. If the ant was here, you can't really play a compound attack in line with the queen, but it's always has to be. Imagine the ant goes here, and there's an ant instead of the beetle here, or the black beetle. The pin is always at the elbow, right? This is also a false pin. This is a true pin, which is not great for black. But okay, I mean it's still early to say much. Okay, I'm not sure about why the spider here. I mean, I guess to pin the ant, but what else? I mean, maybe it's a bit too slow. So black has got one ant in reserve, and white has got one ant, but a mosquito as well, which probably is gonna go here in the pocket. So here I would have probably, as white, I would have probably played another ant, taking advantage of the fact black has only one ant left and doesn't have pseudo pockets like black has. But okay, why decide to go with a beetle straight away? I mean, the idea is to cover the pillbug clearly. But as I said, the pillbug is not very effective here, so maybe it's not necessary right now. But okay, so black pins the ant. Okay, time for the beetle to get top of hell as well. Okay, the ant finally comes, and yeah, now, as we said, black has got a little problem here. Okay, actually, now that I think about it, the compound attack here, yeah, is a true pin. I mean, it's not a true pin, it's a inline compound attack, but it's still a false pin because of the mosquito here, right? So if the hopper jumps in here, the ant is free. So maybe that's the catch actually. Was the HappyKiwi's plan. He's pretty good at rearranging pieces for endgame, so I think he just thought that was a good idea to just free the ants and get a bit more ant control before counterattacking, which makes sense. Spider here with the idea, I guess, of not going there. Okay. Here, HappyKiwi also has spent quite a lot of time, 23 minutes. Aenorman Alex Norman has only played 10 minutes, so let's keep this under. Let's keep an eye on the clock. Okay, another spider here, I guess, with the idea of pinning the ant as well. The hive becomes quite stretched. Another pin replacement. The interesting thing is that this time, if the mosquito pins the hopper, it's pretty bad for white. Like, it's the mosquito converting a mosquito from an ant to a hopper is something you never want to do. Although if it pins here, there's always the option of jumping back here and get ant power. So okay, spider goes here. Okay, I guess he decided that the spider was more useful to pin the ant rather than to go attack the queen. And yeah, okay. Also, the hopper here, interestingly, creates a gate here, so the mosquito is not free anymore. I mean, momentarily, temporarily, because the mosquito can always jump out using the pillbug power, right? It can be thrown here and then it's free. So okay, the beetle goes on. Decide to convert the mosquito into a beetle. Okay, I see. Interesting. black goes for the counter attack now. Now black would have potentially two beetles on top of the hive. He does, but I think white has thought that black doesn't have enough pieces to finish the game. I mean, this hopper could go here, this beetle could go in here, and this space could be taken by the mosquito here. The problem is that two of these moves are not compatible because whenever the mosquito jumps down, then the pillbug can take like free the queen, and whenever the beetle comes down, the ladybug is free. So I don't think there is actually a sequence that allows black to win. Plus, white has got a few pieces free to defend, like the beetle here, the mosquito here. So yeah, I think the counterattack was a bit early. But what's the alternative? Let's have a look. I mean, this sounds okay. Maybe he should have just... Maybe should have just free the end. I see, probably he didn't want to let this happen. And then after this, I mean, maybe you can rearrange the pieces like this. And then this pit is not very good for white, I guess. Black could go here. White mosquito doesn't have power, beetle power anymore for now. I mean, after this, I guess black is not too bad. It still has a beetle in reserve. So I mean, potentially this was a better option. I'm not sure. After this, what's the plan though? Recovering maybe. And then this mosquito doesn't have beetle power anymore. So okay, I mean this could have been another idea to defend. But okay, let's get back to the game. Black decided to counterattack quickly, but count always your pieces. Here it's very, like, there are only two pieces in reserve, two pieces on top of the hive, four spaces, but this setup with the ladybug and pillbug anti-spawn is very hard to defeat. Plus, white has got another couple of beetles around the hive, so I think black realized here that he can't really win, so he went back with the beetle, trying to free the hopper, free some pieces, or just, yeah, use the beetle to recover rather than to attack. I guess, I mean, black is also saying if white cannot win, either is fine. You know what I mean? It's the first game of the match, and a draw is pretty okay with black. And actually, yeah, it doesn't seem white has enough pieces, right? The black queen can always like run over here, and you need 5 pieces. Well, 4 actually. So, and where are these 4 pieces? I don't see it. I mean, whenever this hopper jumps in here, the pillbug escapes and gets everything stuck here. Plus, it will free the ant here. So you see there are 2 actually elbows. So it frees both pieces in the elbow. Anyway, what happened? So, okay, now I think there's a long, no, this is not what happened. Okay, this is how the game went on. And there are another at least 40 moves, so let's see how the end game went on. Okay, so I guess, yeah, now black is saying, try to catch me if you can. We got a free ant for white. Oh no, it's not free anymore. Why is black is covering the ant for no reason and let the beetle recover it? I mean, I guess there's not much choice anyway. White wants to rearrange the pieces here. But I would have just continued with the queen here, right? With the idea of moving down, which is what black wants to do anyway. Although black is kind of a bit short of free moves, which means he can get into Zugzwang kind of soon. Let's see. Okay, that gets quite stretched. Will white manage to get all the pieces they need? Let's find out. So what's the plan for white? Let's wait a second and think what's the possible plan for white. If I was playing white, how would I win this game? How would I try to win this game? It feels very hard. It must be something to do with Zugzwang. So first of all, one of the pieces has to pin the queen somehow. So probably this spider will have to travel all around. So let's assume, start from here. Is it, okay. Here, then here. Then 1, 2, 3 here, then here, 1, 2, 3 here, 2, 3. So okay, potentially could pin the queen. Once the queen is pinned, black only has this move with the hopper back and forth, which is kind of critical because can be covered by the beetle, and then no, well, it's not enough. Well, let's see how it goes. But the idea is try to trap all black pieces, right? So that the only moves available for black are the two beetles, and whenever the black beetle moves, then the white mosquito can recover, and then that free move for black is gone. Same for this other beetle. The only problem is the spider here. I think this spider can easily just go back and forth, so I'm not sure how white can force its Zugzwang. Let's see. Okay, there's a long journey for the spider started. Okay, black takes the chance actually to free an ant, which might be a good idea actually. So the idea here is, I think, to free two pieces for one. See here, so as we said before, we have this double elbow. So black tries to operate a trade, basically. He's gonna trade the beetle for an ant and the pillbug, which when you're short of bugs and the opponent is playing for the Zugzwang, I guess it's a good idea. Although the mosquito on top of it, I mean, once these two move, then the black hopper at the bottom will be stuck, and the white mosquito here can just move around. So it's also an extra piece for white. But let's see. So okay, white covers the ant, so I guess only the pillbug is free for now. But at the same time, the mosquito is also stuck there because if you move, the ant will be able to move. Okay, black decided to go for this. Yeah, I guess he thought that actually moving the black spider around is enough. I didn't notice actually. This white moved the spider the grasshopper in here, probably to keep the black ant blocked in here. But black can just move this, and I think this must be okay, right? He's basically changed the structure of the backbone. The spider is in the backbone now, and the pillbug is out. So I don't really understand how. What? Wait a second. What happened here? Black can just move the ant away, right? Uh, oh, but this spider is free as well. Okay, so maybe after this. Hmm. But I still kind of... Now black has got 2 free spider. And this spider is kind of stuck. Not stuck, but it wants to keep the ant there. Okay, what happened in the game? Wait a second. The spider went back in. I mean, not back in, but like... Okay, I'm not sure. I really don't know why. Okay, this hopper is trying to free the ant. Black cannot definitely afford that. Okay, I guess white is trying... has been freeing a few pieces now. But still, the hopper can jump here. This hopper can jump here. You still need 3 more pieces. And I only see this mosquito available. These 2 beetles can roll. I don't know if you... I mean, rolling is a technique. I just invented this name. that you use when you have your piece above the other piece. You have control of rolling. So if everything else was, let's say now it's white to move, if everything else was stuck for black, whenever white moves this piece, for black there's not much to do rather than recover that piece. But then if white can just wait a move, okay, then black would have no other choice than move the other beetle on top again down. I'll show you in a second maybe. So let's say black, white plays this. Wait, how did the game go actually? Let's see. No. So this is how the game went. Okay. Well, let's assume I'll just show you how the rolling works. So the beetle moves, black recover, white just plays any move. Let's assume black doesn't have any other move available, which is not the case here, but in many end games this happen. Then black has to kind of move again somewhere, right? And then white can just continue to move the beetle, because whenever it's covered again, now black doesn't have any move and has to move as well somewhere, and white continues. So basically white forces black beetle to follow the white beetle, but white is whoever has more moves, or whoever actually has some moves available, is in control, and the other player just can't do anything, just has to, has to follow the rolling, sort of. Oops, did I make a mess here? No, hopefully not. Let me check. Okay, yeah, it's fine, hopefully. Still recording. Okay, let's go back to what happened in the game. So white went here. The black ant is free. I really don't understand how the Zugzwang will work here, because black has got a lot of free pieces. And not that many, but this ant is definitely useful for Zugzwang. Although now, if the white mosquito, yeah, goes down, is in the pseudo pocket, and it's not easy for black. But still, white has got, it needs 3 more pieces to win, right? This move, I don't know if I like this move. Now white has 3, also the spider. Now 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Whoa, that's perfect angle of attack. Oh yeah, okay, black has 3 pieces, but white is very close to get enough 3 pieces as well. So yeah, I guess he's taking advantage of the fact that black cannot stop the spider from moving around. Oh no, wait, I can pin it. Why didn't I play this? It's not a good move. Black can just the back and forth with this, I suppose. Or even free these pieces with the ring. I mean now black seems okay to me. I mean, I don't know, but it doesn't seem too bad, to be honest. Because again, white cannot roll, and as long as black has got some free pieces. Am I missing something? Or I mean, HappyKiwi is also with 2 minutes on the clock against 12, almost 13 minutes by Alex. So maybe that's the point. Maybe that's why he's not played the optimal moves. Yeah, but after this, it's impossible for black to stop that spider. Oh no, it's just re-indexing, and now the build bug just one move short. Could have black saved the game in that way, maybe. So okay, instead of moving this around, we just move the pill bug here. Da, da, da. Because the point is that these two black beetle control the white beetles quite well. So it doesn't really. And also black has an extra move here. We can jump with the hopper here, because whenever the white hopper jumps, the black ant will be free. So probably moving the pill bug here, you know, even if white goes on with this plan that we have seen before, now it doesn't really work much, because after this move the black ant is free. I mean, white can still kind of block it maybe, but yeah, I'm not sure if it works, because kind of like black here now. So okay, let's go back. So the move that was actually played in the game was this. Again here, probably black has lost the chance to block, to pin the spider, but okay. And this is just one move short. That's pretty sad. Okay, so white wins the first game. Probably black had something to draw, but this is life. So Aenorman is had 1 point. Okay, let's move to game 2. Let's move to game 2. Let's move to game 2. Oh no, spoiler! Spoiler, you didn't see anything. Okay, you didn't see anything. I didn't either. So, let's go on. Actually, let's quickly play the whole game so that board space doesn't make a mess. Okay, let's start. So our HappyKiwi is playing and is going for the white pillbug, pretty aggressive. I mean, more aggressive than the ladybug, and it never played against me. This it's interesting because I was kind of prepared. I mean, I was thinking of how to counter that more than the actual ladybug opening that he played. But I don't know, I guess he wanted to keep this for some other occasion. Okay, after the pillbug is very common to play the queen in line, although on the flank is also good. There's nothing wrong. It's just I think this option is a bit more aggressive because both flanks can be used. And black cannot counterattack or cannot defend as easily because there are no pieces on the flank that can use to create gates and X traps, you know, structure that defend. I'll show you. So after this, oh, this is an interesting situation, typical opening situation where, so after a move like this or like this, typical like J opening, this is called J opening, where the white queen is in line and the black queen is on the flank. There are very common, like very typical variation. This one, but I think the most annoying is this one, the compound attack on the mosquito, which you might think is why, like, white playing aggressively, but then it doesn't attack the queen? Well, the point aggressive doesn't always mean attack the queen blindly, right? You also have to think a bit about it. And if you do this, I mean, it's possible, but black has got the two defenders in place. I think whenever black has got this structure, typical diamond, it's quite okay. It has a lot of option at least to defend. Instead here, white is basically reducing black's option a lot. So I think that was one of the point. I mean, black could play also buffer, which is a bit different. But I think black's idea was, I don't want to play that variation. I want to play something different. I'm gonna wait. And this is another waiting move. I mean, this is very typical. That leads to a buffer. We've seen that in the previous game. But this is another nice option. Normally, beetles are played a bit later on when you think you actually can put them on top of the hive properly. They cannot be stopped. But in this case, well, first of all, you have double beetle, so one of the two is likely gonna get on top of the hive. Second reason is that against a white pillbug, as a first move, is more appealing to get a beetle. The idea is that once the beetle will cover the pillbug, then black has got 2 extra spawn points here in those yeah, I don't know how to call them, but there's 2 spaces that are shared between the 2 first pieces that normally are not spawn points for either of the 2 players, right? But if you cover the pillbug, then they become extra spawn points, and that becomes very useful to defend most of the times. Plus, you neutralize the pillbug, right? You get pillbug free. The pillbug, you kill the pillbug. Okay, you qualify for the win. But let's move on. Okay, the mosquito, sorry, double ant here. Okay, so black didn't go for a buffer, which was also another option. This could have been another option. He went for this. This also seems kind of weird, right? Many times, I mean, I try to say, don't waste your beetle, right? Don't let your beetle be pinned without a good reason. And here it seems that white has got a very nice move, right? It can convert to a beetle, and if black is not careful, white can just jump in here, climb on the beetle, and the black mosquito can't copy. So it seems a free, safe move. Of course, white is not attacking the black queen, so black has got a bit of time to react. But at the same time, since like a strong move to neutralize an opponent beetle and get a beetle for free on top of the hive. Although this has been played a few times, but apparently it's not critical. That's the whole thing. So probably black can afford to do this to get an extra spawn point here. If black goes a bit too fast, then black will cover the queen and has got 3 spawn points here, and tempo is kind of even or maybe even better for black. If white defend, notice that now anti-spawn defense using the pillbug is not possible because the pillbug is here. But I mean, there's another sort of anti-spawn idea here. But now black has got here this move to increase the number of spawn points around. I mean, this is not also the only idea. Black can even just play this, I think, or can go here. And now the mosquito cannot copy really the beetle below. Anyway, so white instead goes for this move, okay, more aggressive. And notice the black doesn't have 2 ants, has 2 beetles, so it cannot defend very quickly against this. But yeah, the ant is coming. So now actually, yeah, black has got this sort of pocket. No pillbug in place yet. but has got enough defensive pieces probably to defend. Okay, this is probably the best move in terms of both defending in the short term and also in the long term, because this sort of structure without a pill bug in it means like it's expensive in terms of material. Okay, so two pieces will get stuck, at least two pieces, because the core of the hive is this one, and the ladybug is like the I don't know how to call it, the hinge, the pivot, the point from where the rest of the hive starts, right? So it doesn't matter if this beetle move, like if this beetle move, but if you want to free the mosquito, you're gonna put another piece here. So these two pieces for black will be always stuck there. So in the long run, material-wise, it's a good move. But at the same time, black has got a comfortable pocket, and as we said, it can just play this and place a pill bug in here and has a proximity pill bug plus the pocket again. So I think it's a makes sense for white, but it's okay for black as well. It's not black is not desperate. So more ants for black. More ants for black. Again, the two defenders ready. This mosquito and this ant. White ant pinned immediately. Compound attack on the queen. White has got another ant. I mean, black could have pinned actually here. Probably black was expecting white to play this. And then the idea would have been to, yeah, move back here, which is probably not great, but still could use the pocket. Nice, this two beetle here. Or maybe even this, with the idea of using a gate here. Although white has got still another beetle in reserve, so probably can just play something like this. But it's okay, actually. I mean, black doesn't have a pill bug in place, but it doesn't need it at the moment. It probably will introduce it at some point somewhere. Anyway, let's go back. Why black decided to go here to free this space for probably pill bug, but it could be another ant as well, depending on what is needed. Oh, okay, nice. White is actually taking this pocket away. But after covering the pill bug, black has got interesting. Black is running out of spawn points after. I think this was comfortable, but as soon as you break it and white controls it, then the other spawn points was this. But if you just put an ant, that's two ants in a string, which is bad. This probably was an idea, but white could just ignore it actually and just play this, right? And black cannot definitely counterattack quickly. I mean, if we do a short count, white needs 1 move, 2 move, 3 moves basically to win. So definitely too quick. And if black goes here, creates the ring, the white hand just comes out. So not a good idea. So yeah, I think this move is basically forced. White puts an anti-spawn hopper here to prevent black from spawning pieces over here. And the white hopper is also positioned against like pointing at black kill spot, so it might be useful at some point. It's always, I mean, rather than using, you know, a spider, which is no, I mean, the spider is still attacking here, but it's not very common. I think this is more common. It's a light piece, right? It's more flexible than the spider. Flexible, I mean, not flexible, a light piece, so it can jump out more easily rather than the spider that can be simply blocked by something on the way. Wait, what happened here? Okay, why the game is not going on? I'm not sure what happened. Okay, let me have a look. Let me have a look. Okay, sorry. So this is the game. Okay. Black has placed a pillbug after white has placed the hopper. White attacks. Black puts it on here with the idea of pinning the beetle. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Why white didn't play this? Why not? I'm trying to understand. Was it dangerous for for white? I mean, after this, with the idea of keeping the hopper there, in this, black could counterattack, but it still needs 1, 2, 3 moves, right? And white has got 1, then 2 and 3. So I'm not sure how black will defend here. I think he's gonna lose. There's this idea actually, but it's not threatening to attack. Okay, no, well, let me see. After this, so the idea is white cannot get in here because the black ant now is free. But there's simply this move. This, where does it go? Let's say here. And now what's the point? The point is black could move the white queen in here, but it can't be done because white will win in one move. So no, black doesn't have a seam. I mean, black has this other option if he wants to attack, but again, white has 1 and then 2 and 3 moves. Like after this, white could just go here. Ah, no, okay. This, oh no, wait, this works as well. This works as well. I mean, after this move, white wins because this white ant is free to move away. If black puts another piece in the equation, like this, with the idea of attacking here, white is just gonna win in the next move. So actually, the only thing black could do here is free this mosquito. And after this, okay, black seems kind of fine here, so maybe, but let's see. Maybe white can just cover here. Okay, maybe there was some complication and white didn't want to allow that, and so I thought, okay, I'll go for this. And now it's threatening to win one move, and the ladybug could still move though. After this, the point is after this and this, black cannot throw the queen here, but it could throw the beetle in here, for example, although the white queen escapes and or even, yeah, the white queen can escape. So after this move, okay, let's assume black doesn't. So the move that was played in the game was this, okay, throwing the queen here. But let's assume black plays a different move. Like ladybug out. Where's the ladybug gonna go? Here. I mean, this seems sensible, but after the hopper jumps in, the black is forced to play this move. Any other move will allow white to just win. After this move, white has got to kill spot, to kill shot, and what else? Um, so after this move, I will feel. I mean, white can't win immediately, but I feel white is still better. Although now the black pillbug is free, right? And white hasn't qualified for the win, so maybe this was a better option for black. I'm not. I don't know. I mean, white has got another beetle, okay, but let's keep the black ant here. Not here, just because the hopper could just jump in, and now black doesn't have anything to defend against the beetle. But now, whenever the beetle comes out, the ant will pin. So white first needs to take care of this ant. Okay, maybe it was another option for black that was interesting. It feels a bit that, whenever you feel an elbow and allow your queen to move away, feels a bit weird. Like, why not allowing, like, why not ensure that you have a beetle on top of the hive? That feels more safe, but it's also slower, I understand. So it's a trade-off. But I think we analyzed this already, and we actually see that also here black is not too bad. But let's go back to the game. So what happened actually is beetle went in here, and the queen was thrown there. Okay, why we can't go on? Come on, the game didn't end here. What happened again? What happened again? What happened again? What happened again? So the queen was thrown here. White is surrounding the queen. It is basically threatening to win in the next move. But this black ant can move now. This is what happened. Okay. So black is trying to force a draw now with the two queens very close. Another option would have been to pin this, and after this move, it's not yeah, white is not actually threatening to win. But I mean, white could have played other moves like this one maybe, with the idea of keeping flexible attack, either one of these two kill spots. Black could free a mosquito here, filling the elbow. After this, now white is definitely threatening to win. After this, so that white could draw if he wants, but let's say white wants to keep trying to win. We'll go here, and now there's this move, and okay, now the draw can't be really avoided. Oh well, black could actually play this, but no, the white queen will go away. So now is actually black that is struggling. So now, okay, I think the draw is the most likely, probably most likely outcome. So I guess black wanted to force moving the ant here rather than moving the ant, pinning the mosquito. Moving the ant here, attacking the queen, and try to force the draw as quickly as possible. And this is a compared to what I was trying to play before, the ladybug in line. I think this idea is to create a gate, so make sure that if black wants to force a draw, it needs to introduce another piece, because then the ant here cannot get here, which I think is interesting. But okay. Okay, this is a good idea as well, because the hopper gives mosquito power, so the mosquito could eventually jump here at some point, even if it got stuck somewhere. Okay, now white says, okay, let's draw. That's it. If black goes here, it will lose because the ant will take the kill shot. So there's not much to do here. No, go back. There's not much to do, and the black mosquito. Ah, okay. Black hasn't forced the draw yet. Wants to see if there is some other chance actually to although I don't know how black. I mean, there's always this move, but white will use the mosquito to go in here, and the play bug is completely surrounded, so I don't think there's much chance for black to win anyway. Okay, white has surrounded the pill bug, and now, yeah, now there's nothing to do. There's no way for black basically to get the queen out or the pill bug out, or to move, sorry, not pill bug out, but to move away any of these pieces. So yeah, the only thing black can do is force a draw. Okay, so the score now is 3 points for Aenorman and 1 point for HappyKiwi, where 1 point is for the draw. Or if you prefer, 1.5 for Aenorman and 0.5 for HappyKiwi. And the next games will be played on Saturday, 28, no, 27, sorry, 27 of October. I'll try to stream them. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the commentary, and thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe the channel to make it grow, and